was out with my family yesterday, and where we live, the blackberries are getting going right now. So they're not quite fully going, but they're going just a little bit, maybe like 20%. So we're walking around this big park and taking laps with our kid who's just over 1 year old and looking for blackberries. And there's just all these sour berries, and they're green. You can see they want to come up, but they're not ripe. You don't want to eat them. And we're walking around for probably 30 minutes. And we brought 5 crates with, like little crates that you buy in the store. You pay like $5 for to get a full thing of berries. We want to fill them all up, and we're just not getting anywhere. We're eating them as we're picking them, and just, it's fun to walk around, but we're not, for entertainment, we're picking crappy ones and we're eating sour ones, but it's just not really what we thought. And then we're going a little further, and we didn't necessarily give up, but we kind of just lessened our expectations. And then we walk, I don't know, another 10 minutes or so. And then there's this area where it's more in the sun, and there's just a shitload of berries everywhere. And they're hanging under really big, juicy ones that taste like they're fully ripened, the perfect berries that you'd want. There's way more than we need, so we can cherry pick them now. And we're putting them in, and we're filling up our 5 crates very quickly. And it just kind of hit me when I was doing that. That's how the market works. Trading is very hard, and sometimes it's easy, and you have to survive for the easy. And that's for everybody's style. Your style will come and go. And if you are a momentum trader and you're buying highs and you're aligned with the bull market, you're doing very well. And then it changes, and then that doesn't work as well. And that will eventually work again. And it may be years later, months later. It may be a different asset class. Crypto 2017, that worked well. Doesn't work now, right? I mean, NASDAQ 2000, it worked well, or 1999. It's working well for a lot of people right now in some areas, biotech, technology, and it comes and goes. I think people who are newer think that maybe it always stays that way, or this is easy, and you read all these articles about all the new accounts opening and people talking about how, why would I work a normal job when I can do this? And yeah, I mean, yes, right, that's true, but those of us who have been around know that to survive and thrive through decades, multiple different markets, different bear markets, which we haven't seen in forever, sideways markets, it takes a lot of skills in terms of understanding yourself, knowing how to keep that money, knowing how to not blow up after a good run. There's so much that goes into it. There's tons, and that's what this podcast is about more than anything, is all that stuff. Because however you decide to make a winning trade is kind of a personal process, in my opinion. And you can learn from other people, but there's so much how to read the order flow, how to use market profile, how to use Fibonacci's that line up to find earnings winners. There's so much stuff. And it's not bad or good. It's just stuff. And you might find that some of it works for you to find winning trades. But in the long run, what's actually going to sustain you is that you believe in what you're doing at a deep level. And that means you can stick with it when other people tell you it's stupid or it won't work, or you're just dug into your own thing and you found your system. And that will change a little bit too. But back to the berries are an example of that's how it works. It's tough. You don't find it, and all of a sudden, oh shit, there's way more than you need, and you can just start taking it. And all of a sudden you fill it up in 5 minutes, and you can cherry pick the best ones. But you spent the first part of the day, 80% of your time, doing nothing, or picking crappy ones and having a sour taste in your mouth, and lowering your expectations, burning yourself out, wasting your energy. Sound familiar? That's what we all do when it gets frustrating or it gets tough, or you see other people doing well with their style and your style is not doing as well, and you start to go outside of yourself. And you could be at totally different places in your development. You could be somewhere where you don't know what works or what the hell to do, or you could be someone who's really experienced and maybe is struggling and wants to look around and see articles about how people are printing money, buying whatever, Tesla or biotech stocks or whatever, which is fine, great. I mean, good for them. That happens right now, and maybe it's happening for you, maybe it's not. It's not really the point of it. It's just to really think about what I'm saying in terms of how it often works and how you need to be patient with yourself and really dig into what you believe in and get that conviction and study it. Study your best trades. Don't always study all your losers. Look at stuff that's worked well in the past. What does it have in common? Why did it work for you? So a lot of my trades are cross-pollination between different things. They're part technical, part fundamental, part sentiment, part stupid news, a mixture of a lot of things. It's hard for me to codify or program what I do, or I can Like if you watched 100 of my trades, you kind of have an idea of what I do, but it's not something that's super easy to just talk about. I can describe each trade, but I can't necessarily exactly describe the process. And I think that's a good thing because it's about thinking the right way. Not that you have to do that exactly like I do, but it means that someone can't just come in and write a program and wipe out my strategy, because it's not like that. It's like machines do really well with any kind of pattern recognition or data entry or even sentiment. You can't beat a machine. It's there, and if you can now, you're not going to be able to in a couple of years. It's too advanced. But humans do well in strategy, open world thinking, and pulling things from different disciplines. That's why when you see someone using a new product, you notice a new trend, and then you notice the stocks are perking up, and you notice that they're down on stupid news right now. Maybe there's an entry to buy, and computers don't think like that. There's just too much going on. So the more you think like that, the better chance you have in terms of navigating all of this stuff. But anyways, I wanted to bring up the berry story and just compare that to the market, because I felt like that makes a lot of sense. It's just bursts of feasting and then slow for a while. And that can be during the day, during the week, or over a whole period. It's like that 90-10 rule, or 80-20, the Pareto principle, or whatever they call it. So that's what's on my mind today.